in a totally not weird way, have you ever accidentally tasted your own sweat? It's salty, right? Well, that's electrolytes, and find out exactly what they are in this video. Hi, I'm Wright, an accredited nutritionist, and I specialize in helping people all across the world achieve their goals without any silly fad diets. That salty sweat that you've been accidentally drinking is because of the electrolytes within it. These are minerals found in your body fluids as well as your blood and other tissues. Electrolytes carry an electric charge and are used to pass signals around the body to instruct the action of muscles and nerves. In this video, we're going to talk all things electrolytes, what they are, why they matter, and where you can get them from. What are electrolytes? Electrolytes are positively and negatively charged minerals that conduct signals throughout our body. The 5 main electrolytes include sodium, chloride, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Electrolyte is actually an umbrella term for any particle that carries a positive or negative electric charge. When the minerals dissolve in a fluid, they form electrolytes, which are charged ions used in a whole range of bodily processes and essentially help to keep the body in a state of balance. Why electrolytes matter? The nervous system. One of the major roles of electrolytes is regulating the healthy function of our nervous system. Let's take it back to school. Our brain is basically the control center for our body. The brain controls our body by sending electrical signals through the nerves to communicate and instruct areas all across the body. These signals are called nervous impulses. Not like when you start to sweat uncontrollably when you have to talk in public, but rather these impulses are generated by changes to the electrical charge of the nervous cell membrane, which is caused by movement of the electrolyte sodium in and out of the cell. This then carries over to the next cell thanks to the work of neurotransmitters. These are super essential chemical messengers that are released from one cell to pass on the message to the next. An easy way to imagine it is by picturing a massive Mexican wave at a sports stadium, the signal being the wave and the people being the cells passing it along. Muscular contraction. Likely the most well-known function of electrolytes is to ensure the normal contraction of muscle. Electrolytes are not only responsible for getting the signal from the brain to the muscle, instructing it to do its thing and contract, but electrolytes also work within the muscle itself and allow the individual fibers of the muscle to contract and relax when needed. It's not surprising then that electrolytes are so important to our muscles that even one electrolyte goes out of balance, everything goes out of balance. Two factors which can cause an imbalance of electrolytes are heat and sweat. As these increase, so does electrolyte loss from the body, which can ultimately lead to an imbalance. Exercisers and athletes need to be mindful that even mild electrolyte imbalance can result in poor exercise performance. This doesn't just happen to athletes, this can happen to anybody, and more severe imbalances can result in cramping, spasms, confusion, headaches, and even numbness. Proper hydration. You and me, we are essentially giant cucumbers with a brain. Our body is mostly water, give or take around 60%, and it's important that you maintain your body water levels, as being overly or underly hydrated is no bueno for your health. Guess what? Electrolytes help with that too. Sodium in particular helps to regulate and maintain fluid balance through a process called osmosis. Osmosis ensures that cells never have too much or too little water. This process happens all over the body, and the body will send electrolytes to where they are needed to ensure that fluid levels are maintained. Unsurprisingly, your body is pretty smart. One important point to note is the role of the kidneys, which help maintain electrolyte concentrations by filtering electrolytes and water from the blood, returning some to the blood, and then they get rid of any excess into your pee. With this process, the kidneys help maintain a balance between daily consumption and excretion of electrolytes and water so that our total body water level is regulated. This goes to anyone that exercises. I'm talking to you here. If you are consuming fluids during exercise, you need to make sure you're having electrolytes in them as well. Drinking a ton of fluid without electrolyte can lead to an imbalance, as overhydration can dilute the amount of sodium in the bloodstream and may negatively impact your training. Maintaining pH balance. To avoid being very unwell, your body needs to keep an eye on and regulate its internal pH. pH is simply a measure of how alkaline or acidic something is. This is really important for us, as any changes in pH can have fairly catastrophic effects on our health. Having the right balance of electrolytes is key to maintaining a healthy blood pH level. Where do you get electrolytes from? Where do electrolytes come from? Your diet. Yep, a good old healthy balanced diet will land you the electrolytes that your body needs. Having plenty of dairy, fruit, veg, seeds, nuts, beans, pulses and legumes, as well as grains will ensure you're getting plenty of electrolytes. You might even want to include a bit of salt here or there, especially if you're training frequently to meet the increased electrolyte intake demand, because you're likely a bit sweatier than someone not training as much. Speaking of sweaty people, and I'm looking at you, if you're doing plenty of exercise or you're engaged in sports, you'll really want to hone in on your electrolyte intake. As I've mentioned, most active individuals will champion water, but often forget about electrolytes, but those are arguably just as important for you. If you're training for an extended period of time and or in a warmer climate, then you'll probably want to consider having an electrolyte tab, gel shot, or even a powder mix, which you can find on the Myprotein website in a fluid before exercise or competition. I'd actually recommend having some during exercise or competition as well, especially if it's a multi-hour event or you're exercising in a humid environment. If you're not big into the tabs or powders, I've also found that coconut water is a great alternative, as is milk, but I don't know, the idea of chugging down milk during training or a game just doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. I don't want to be the one trotting around with a big milk mustache, although I would be cramp free to be fair, so it's kind of like you have to pick the lesser of two evils here. As always, if you have any more questions or even advice for other viewers just like you, let me know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to the Myprotein YouTube channel for more great evidence-based nutrition information.